What's up, world? It's your man Big Ziz, aka Big Revolution, coming back at you with his latest video. I gotta send a shout out to my boys over there at DocGotIt.com for getting them 2 million hits. You know, at least 100,000, 150,000 of them is probably mine, though, fellas. But no, just joking. Much love to my boys over there. You know what I'm saying? Also, man, special rest in peace to my mother-in-law, Helen. Love you to death. Always will. But this time, on this video, I want to talk about underrated MCs. And what I want to do with what I had planned on doing with this video, with the underrated MCs a while back, what I wanted to do was break them down and give each one of them like their own video or whatever. Because I had already did MC Ren. But, of course, time doesn't permit. And so I just said, you know what, I will go ahead and talk about, you know, some of the most underrated MCs. And what I want to do is I want to get a few of them out the way now. And I'm not going to, like, rank these particular people because I almost think it's almost cliche-ish to say that these guys are underrated. And also another thing, I didn't put anybody that hasn't been on, like, a major label before or a mainstream type label, because I feel like if you're underground, it's just about any dope MC that's underground is going to be overrated. I mean, I'm sorry, not overrated, underrated, because I mean, you know, not a lot of people are familiar with them. So you know, people like the GZA, of course, he's underrated. He's the best member of the Wu-Tang Clan to me. He's underrated. Big L, rest in peace, very underrated. Ras Kass, one of my favorite MCs of all time. Extremely underrated. Chino XL, he's another underrated guy. You know, Lord Finesse, AG, and there's, you know, a few others out there. But when I sat down and decided to do this list, I always said that this one particular guy I felt was like the most underrated MC of all time. But when I sat back and thought about it, in reality, he really wasn't. So my list goes, number 10 would be Chill Rob G. Chill Rob G from the Flavor Unit, Ride the Rhythm, one of the illest lyrical albums of all time. Man, I mean, just sick lyrically. Very underrated. Number 9, and if things keep going the way they're going, he's gonna climb up this list. But I figure he's like the most recent rapper on the list, so I didn't want to rank him too high. And that's Joell Ortiz. Joell Ortiz is the beast. Enough said. You know what I'm saying? Number 8 is an old school rapper who dropped, you know what I'm saying, a couple of really good albums that really didn't get the shine that they deserved, and that's King Son. King Son, he was on Profile Records. Dope MC, period. Number 7, MC Ren. Probably the best second rapper in a crew. Definitely in the top 3 or 4. Well, you know, he was overshadowed by Cube, which is, I mean, understandable. Cube was one of the top 10 ever, so it's understandable. Number 6 is a guy who never put out any material on a major label, but was still signed to a major. Matter of fact, he was signed to the same one that Joell Ortiz was signed to at one point. Aftermath, and that's The Last Emperor. Last Emperor is sick. No other words. Sick. Number 5, I would say, is my man Brother J from X-Clan. If you don't think Brother J is one of the best rappers you've heard, I mean, then hey, you don't know hip-hop. Number 4, of course, I had to cop out a little bit on this and call it a tie. But my man Wise Intelligent from Poor Righteous Teachers and Tretch from Naughty by Nature. When that Naughty album first hit, the Naughty by Nature album, the lyrics on there was incredible, and Tretch still Got one of my favorite lyrics of all time when the man say, "My pants always sag because I rap my ass off." That's still just one of the sickest lines I have ever heard. And Wise Intelligent, what more can be said? Lyrics for days, and one of the illest top 10 flows in the history of hip hop. Period. The man flowed ridiculously on every track he has ever touched. Never disappointed when I hear this man rhyme. Number three, one of the best MCs of all time, easily. It still doesn't get the. And they drop dope album after dope album after dope album, and this man still doesn't get the props he deserves. And that's Black Thought. Black Thought is sick. Period. I mean, there's no other word, no other way to describe it. The man is sick, and that new Roots album is fire. Number two, this is the guy I've always said was one of the was the most underrated rapper of all time, because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they don't know him. You know what I'm saying? Older heads, of course, know him, and older heads bumped his debut album. You know what I'm saying? He was a Flavor Unit MC, like him Shabazz. Like him Shabazz was dope. Lyrically, and he had the illest, probably the illest voice in the history of hip hop. Period. Like, I mean, and it was so funny when you actually seen him, and you like this big old voice coming out this little dude, but you listen to Pure Righteousness, that dude, he was an amazing MC. Now, the person who I chose to make number one, when you really sit back and think about it, it's really no debating, because this guy's been around for over 20 years, and he's influenced just about, I don't even know, countless MCs. He's influenced, I mean, dozens. But I always say, you know what I'm saying, the top six MCs are Jay-Z, LL, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, KRS-One, and this guy. And you put them in any order you want to put them in, and I wouldn't disagree. And that's Kool G Rap. Kool G Rap is the most underrated MC of all time. Anytime you can make a top 10 list or of the greatest MCs of all time and he's not included, you don't know your hip hop. It's plain and simple. Kool G Rap has influenced more rappers probably than anybody other than maybe Kane. I mean, if you go back and you look at KRS-One, Kane, Rakim, and Kool G Rap, just about every rapper that's dope, that's followed, has been influenced by them four, or maybe even LL. Those five MCs on back. So I mean, and the man has dropped classic album after classic album, and it's funny, none of his albums are generally recognized as classics. Kool G Rap could put out an album with no beats, and the damn album would still be classic. The man, he's told stories. He's ridiculous, man. If you don't think Kool G Rap is one of the best MCs of all time, then you lost. Anyway, you know, there's other people I could have, you know, put on a list like AZ, Cormega, Nature. I like Nature a lot. Black Rob, I feel is underrated. And then, you know, some people like Big Boy from Outkast is very underrated. My man, the Dub, True Glory the Dub from De La Soul is underrated. But, you know, it's a lot. But I've been talking for over an hour. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my top 10 list. Agree or disagree, hit me up. I'm my man, Big Zizzo, signing out. Peace.